Something is moving in the shadows. You can't see it, but it can see you. Millions of years ago, long before humans walked the earth, the planet belonged to giants. Massive creatures ruled the land, some as tall as buildings, others armed with bone-crushing jaws. But not every deadly predator was enormous. Some of the most dangerous hunters were small, fast, and terrifyingly smart. One of them was the Velociraptor. In the movies, velociraptors are portrayed as large, scaly monsters almost the size of a human. In reality, they were much smaller. A fully grown velociraptor measured around 1.8 to 2 meters long from head to tail, stood only about half a meter tall at the hips, and weighed between 15 and 20 kilograms, roughly the size of a large turkey or a small dog. Yet despite its modest size, it was one of the most effective killers of its time. Its name, Velociraptor, actually means swift thief or quick plunderer, and it earned that name for a reason. What made this dinosaur so dangerous wasn't raw power. It was speed, agility, and intelligence. Its body was built like a living weapon. It had long, powerful hind legs that allowed it to run at estimated speeds of up to 60 kilometers per hour. Its tail was stiff and acted like a counterbalance, helping it make sharp, sudden turns while chasing prey across the rough terrain. But its most famous weapon was the large, curved claw on the second toe of each foot. This sickle-shaped claw could grow up to 6 or 7 centimeters long. Scientists believe the Velociraptor used it to slash and hold onto its victims, possibly even disemboweling them while they were still alive. It didn't need to be big. It just needed to be fast and precise. It lived during the late Cretaceous period, around 75 to 71 million years ago, in what is now Mongolia and parts of China. Back then, the region was not a lush jungle, but a dry, windy desert with sand dunes and occasional rivers. Harsh conditions. And yet, the Velociraptor thrived. Its large eyes gave it excellent vision, and its brain was proportionally larger than that of most other dinosaurs. This suggests it was highly intelligent for its time, possibly one of the smartest dinosaurs that ever lived. Many researchers believe velociraptors may have hunted in small groups, using coordinated strategies. While one distracted the prey, others could attack from the sides or rear. This kind of teamwork would have made them extremely effective hunters. One of the most incredible pieces of evidence we have comes from the famous fighting dinosaurs fossil, discovered in Mongolia in 1971. It shows a velociraptor locked in combat with a Protoceratops, a plant-eating dinosaur. The velociraptor's claw is embedded in the Protoceratops' neck, while the plant-eater's beak is clamped onto the raptor's arm. It's a 75-million-year-old snapshot of a deadly fight that ended in mutual destruction when they were suddenly buried by a sandstorm. But perhaps the most surprising fact about Velociraptor is that it had feathers. Not just a few. It was covered in feathers similar to modern birds. These feathers weren't necessarily for flight, but they likely helped with insulation, balance, and possibly display or communication. This discovery completely changed how we see Velociraptor. It wasn't a scaly lizard-like monster. It was a feathered, bird-like predator, a real link between dinosaurs and birds. In fact, many scientists now consider birds to be living dinosaurs. And Velociraptor sits very close to that evolutionary branch. Now imagine, for a moment, if something like a Velociraptor existed in our world today. It wouldn't need to be giant to be terrifying. At less than 2 meters long, it could easily hide in tall grass, dense forests, or even inside abandoned buildings. Its speed would let it close distances in seconds. Its intelligence would make it unpredictable. And if it hunted in packs, like some scientists suspect, escaping would be nearly impossible. It wouldn't roar loudly to announce its presence. It would watch, wait, and strike only when it was certain to succeed. The real danger wouldn't come from its size, it would come from its mind. That's what makes the Velociraptor so unsettling, even millions of years after its extinction. In a world dominated by massive, powerful creatures, this small dinosaur proved that intelligence, speed, and strategy could be far more deadly than sheer size. It didn't need to be the biggest. It just needed to be smarter, faster, and silent. Until it wasn't.